Alright, so I was going to film this in front of my Predators flag, but my camera does not want to stay on the stand, so this is how we're going to do this. Hello everybody, and welcome to the Nashville Predators mid-season review. So I'm pretty happy through 42 games. We're on a bit of a slump, and we've picked up points in our last 3, so that was okay. But one of those losses in overtime, we've won 2 straight, we have a loss in overtime before that, was to the Arizona Coyotes. A game we should have handled, we should have won. Regardless, the Nashville Predators have been very good this year. They're 25, 11, and 6. The Nashville Predators are in second place in the Central Division. We are in third place in the Western Conference and 6th in the National Hockey League. We have the number 3 power play in the National Hockey League, the number 12 penalty kill. We've just been doing pretty great. Unless it gets to a shootout, we haven't won very many of those. We are sitting in 11th with 3 shootout wins, and we really haven't gone to that many shootouts. We've only lost 6 in overtime. We've lost 11 overall, and I think we've had a pretty good season so far. Now, one of the things that I wanted to focus on is the Kyle Turris trade. That was a big turning point in this Predators season. It sparked Kevin Fiala, it sparked Craig Smith, and Kyle Turris has had 14 assists since he's been back. Sure, the pace has slowed, but for the most part, this trade has been awesome for all parties involved, coming to Nashville and leaving Nashville. I know Sam Girard is doing pretty well in Colorado. They have somehow squeaked their way into a playoff spot, I believe, and they are sitting, I believe, on a 7-game winning streak. So that's pretty good for Sam. Unfortunately, Kamenev was destroyed in his first game as an Avalanche and broke his arm. Very unfortunate. And we continue our dominance. We are now 6th place in face-off wins with 52%. Ryan Johansson, Kyle Turris, Nick Bodino, Calle Yarncroke, Colton Sissons. They've just been awesome this year. And our center depth has just increased tenfold. Freddie Gaudreau, when he's been in the games he's been in, has looked great. So like I said earlier, there have been 3 main parts of our season. There was the inconsistent beginning, the Kyle Turris-driven middle, and inconsistent end. Mid-season, rather. And I'm just going to kind of go through them. So at the beginning of the season, we started off terribly, in my opinion. We couldn't get anything clicking. We couldn't get goals scored, which is probably why we picked up Kyle Turris. Plus, the Senators wanted to unload him. We got him in. We signed him to a 6-year contract extension. Got all that stuff out of the way. And then once he came in, he kind of gave us a boost. Before that, I mean, a little bit during this, but before that, UC Saros wasn't playing well. Our defense we were doing okay, but we incorporated Alex Samlin, and we were trying to go without Ryan Ellis for a time. So of course we're gonna have a little bit of trouble getting started. Then that span of time where we went like 18-4-2 with Kyle Turris, where it was just a phenomenal. He has, I think, 8 goals on this, or 3 goals and 14 assists. 5 goals, 14 assists with us this season. He's playing outstanding. He really got Craig Smith going. He got Kevin Fiala going. Craig Smith last year only had 12 goals this year. He's already past that. I think he's en route to about 30 goals this season, which for him is a record. He's been playing phenomenal. He's been really good on our power play, along with Kyle Turris, who's on our 2nd power play unit. Kevin Fiala's been playing really well. He's on our power play unit. That's just really what gave a jolt to this team. UC Saros, like I said, he stepped up. He had basically a shutout until 2 late goals in Dallas. He had a shutout in Edmonton against Edmonton. And then he shut out what was left in the Hurricanes game. Pex let in 4 goals on 6 shots, I believe. And then he came in relief and just shut down the opposition. We got to start playing better in front of him, though. In the last couple games, it's kind of waned. But for the most part, I'm happy with what we're doing in front of Use and how Use is playing. He's going to be very important down the stretch when we're trying to make the playoff run, and we want to rest Rene. I think UC Saris is going to get a lot of playing time, and I'm glad his game. Peter is putting him in more. So then, I think starting in late December and up until now, we've kind of been on a skid. I think we have lost something like 6 of our last 8 or something. We haven't been on a good stretch here. On our last road trip that we went on, we, I think, took 3 points out of the possible 6, which is good. But we lost to Arizona in overtime, and we're shut out by Las Vegas. Let me just tell you, that team is just impossible for us to beat. They're faster than us. They work harder than us, and it's crazy because we're one of the fastest, hardworking teams in the National Hockey League, but they're just too hot. And that's the one team I don't want to see in the playoffs if we have to see them. We play them tonight, or when I'm recording this video, we play them tonight. I don't know when this video is going to come out. Here are the keys to the second half of this. Like I said, we have to step up play in front of UC Saros and Pecorine. We can't have 41 shots on UC Saros. I know we scored 4 goals in the Edmonton game, but they had like 44 shots on UC Saros. We can't have him do that. We got to play better defensively. Now that Ryan Ellis is back, hopefully we'll be able to get back in the groove of things. We played without him just fine, and with him back in the lineup, it's just outstanding. We get great top 5 defensemen. I know a lot of people don't like Alexei Emlin, but I think he's been playing great defensively. He hasn't gotten up in the rush. He has gotten up in the rush a couple times, but he's only scored 1 goal. He's got a couple assists. He's doing really well, but he's doing what we need him to, and he's being that for a while second pair defenseman. For now, he's being that third pair defenseman that's just stepped up with the defense, along with Matty Irwin, Yannick Weber, and Tony B. And all 3 of them just signed contract extensions, which a lot of people don't like because they don't think they're very good. But I like that. I like all 3 of those defensemen, and it's going to be interesting to see who actually gets that 6th and final spot if they ever get that all set. Second key is we have to learn how to play without our stars. I know Victor Arvidsson went down to practice yesterday with a lower body injury. Philip Forsberg's out from 4 to 6 weeks, starting I think January 5th. So I think we have another 2 or 3 weeks without him in the lineup. We're going to play without them. We did it in the finals without Ryan Johansson and Mike Fisher in the third round of the playoffs. We can do it. We just got to be able to show that we can do it. Hopefully Arvidsson's back tonight. That would be awful if he wasn't. He's a key player, but hopefully Aberg and I think Yarncroke would probably be on that line. Aberg and Yarncroke can step it up a little bit. We're deep enough to where we don't really have to worry about it that much, but I mean it's a big hit to the team when 2 of our first line wingers go down. I hope that Philip can get off to a quick recovery. And I think I read this morning that he was skating by himself today, and he was practicing, and he was able to stick handle. But we're still about 2-3 weeks out. And finally, the third key to the game is just to stay consistent. This stretch here, we have not been consistent. We've actually been quite mediocre. Our penalty kill is dropped. Our power play is dropped. We're number 1 power play. I mean, I can't complain because we're number 3 in the National Hockey League. I think we're 24.3% on the power play, 82.1% on the penalty kill. That has slipped since the beginning of the year. I think we're 11th, I said earlier, in the penalty kill, and we're 3rd in the power play, which isn't bad at all. That's actually really good. But lately, we haven't been able to capitalize on our power play chances, and we've been able to draw penalties quite well. And now that Ryan Ellis is back, we should be able to do that more because he drew a lot of penalties, especially in the playoffs, even though they may have been a little exaggerated. But you take what you can get. Kevin Fiala's been really good at drawing penalties. The fourth key is to definitely stay out of the box. We have been doing a lot better at that lately, but when we do get on the penalty kill. We have given up too many opportunities as of late. So we just got to start capitalizing on a power play when we get the chance, when we do draw the penalties, and when we commit a penalty, we got to be better on the penalty kill, and just overall we got to stop taking penalties, plain and simple. I'm liking our production so far. We have a couple shorthanded goals, but I don't want to have to rely on that, especially during the playoffs. So thank you guys for watching. Click like if you liked this video. Click subscribe if you want to see more. And if you're watching on Facebook, don't forget to click that like button. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.